Hello, everybody. Today I'm talking about Saturn retrograde. Saturn is retrograding on 4th of June in Aquarius and retrograde back to Capricorn up to 22nd of October 2022. This is an Ativakri transit of Saturn. And how does it impact, and what should we study in this retrograde? Let us explore. Hello, I'm Komilla Sutton, and we are talking Saturn's retrograde. And do remember to subscribe, press the bell notification. So Saturn is turning retrograde on 4th of June. Actually, I'm recording it today on 4th of June, so I'm going to put it up right now. When Saturn turns retrograde, he does so once a year. And sometimes in a retrograde planet, it will retrograde and stay in the same sign. And sometimes it moves back to another sign. And this retrograde, Saturn starts its retrograde on 4th of June at 1 degree of Aquarius. It will retrograde back 24 degrees of Capricorn on 22nd of October 2022. So this particular retrograde is called Ativakri. And traditionally, when a planet retrogrades out of one sign and goes back to the other, the classics and the sages don't like it because they feel that this is going to create some disturbed energy. And of course, we can think that the planet is retrograding back to Capricorn, and therefore there is some unfinished business in Capricorn, and he's going to be there in Capricorn right up to beginning of January 2023. So that is something to watch out for. Although throughout this retrograde, Saturn is very much so in dignity. So right now, Saturn is at 1 degree 5 minutes of Aquarius. So it's gone into Aquarius. It just went in April, end of April. It has been very slow moving in 1 degree. And then it is starting to slow down and station. Now it is stationed in Aquarius, and it is going to turn retrograde. And it'll take a long time for it to go through that 1 degree till 12th of July. And I think what is important to understand is that this 1 degree of Aquarius transit of Saturn is a very key transit. I spoke about it earlier as well in my Saturn in Aquarius video, because almost like in 2006, Saturn was at 1 degrees of Leo, and it retrograded back. So this is the exact opposition to that retrograde. And at that time also, the property prices were totally out of control. And that was like a signal of the property prices slowing down. At that time, there was a big crash. I don't know whether there will be a big crash just now, but definitely you will see that this particular transit has important significations as far as finance is concerned, as far as property is concerned. And when we look back on it, sometimes, when the event is happening, nothing is happening. But when we look back on June, and maybe even May, because Saturn was stationing around that time of 2022, we will see that this is a major shift time as far as everybody is concerned. Also, Saturn has been in Capricorn and then Aquarius, and it'll continue to be Aquarius. So usually when Saturn is strong, he creates a dearth of products. So a lot of the inflation that we are facing, at least certainly in USA, and I know that many of the other countries also dealing with this, just crazy price increases and gas price increase and all those aspects, then that is also connected to Saturn. Because Saturn is strong, he creates a dearth of situation. And Capricorn and now Aquarius, so we have to be cautious of it. Also, other planets like Venus and Jupiter, when they are strong, they bring plenty. So later on this month, when Jupiter, Venus are both going to be in dignity, maybe we can see some change. But definitely watch out for this. These are things that we have to watch and see what is the planets talking to us, what are the things that they're saying. So Saturn will be in Aquarius, and at this moment he is creating a Sade Sati for Pisces, new Sade Sati for Pisces, and Sagittarius have lost the Sade Sati for some time. But from 12th of July, when Saturn goes back into Aquarius, he's going to do some unfinished business. That's what the retrograde is about. You have moved into Aquarius and Saturn is not ready to finish his story of Aquarius. So so he moves back into Capricorn to deal with unfinished agendas. So you may see some unfinished agenda that is happening. And the Saturn in Capricorn, when he goes back, then he is creating Sade Sati for Sagittarius again and leaving for Pisces to deal with next year. But I think the main thing to remember is that when we are talking specifically retrograde is that planets within from 1 degree, so let's look backwards, 1 degree Aquarius to 24 degrees of Capricorn. Or look at the other way, 24 degrees Capricorn to 1 degree Aquarius. These planets are going to receive a 3-time transit, once backwards, then forward. And if you have specifically the moon placed at 1 degree Aquarius or 24 degrees of Capricorn, maybe ascendant as well, or one could say any planet, but moon definitely is emotionally very challenging when Saturn stations, and it can indicate some kind of crisis situation that you're dealing with. And it is important to be patient and allow things to take their time and not rush to try to do anything or resolve, because these are long-term aspects. And similarly, when Saturn goes back to 24 degrees of Capricorn, if you have your moon at 24 degrees Capricorn or ascendant at 24 degrees Capricorn, then this is a intense transit for you. You can plan for that. Think about, doing, slowing down, be patient, don't rush into things, don't over expand, don't try to, spend your way out of a crisis. That is important. Keep something back. And also, sometimes the pressure of work and responsibility can be very high at this time. Now, planets that are not at 1 degree Aquarius and at 24 degrees of Capricorn, those are the planets that will get Saturn going retrograde over them. That means they have already experienced one Saturn going over them. And this could be moon and other planets as well. And then Saturn will go up to 24, then he'll come back again. So that's a 3-time transit over those planets. So each time Saturn is reminding us of karma, reminding us of duty, responsibility. Fortunately, Saturn is not making any difficult conjunction during this time. It is very solo and very strong. And it is in full dignity, but that doesn't mean that he's going to make it less easy for us. I would say that what is most important here is that we have to think less is more. So think about your own life, what you can do less. Don't unnecessarily expand or spend money or do over things, anything on any level, emotionally, financially. But also, this is a good time to think about doing some karma yoga or seva. Karma yoga is selfless service where you do something without expectation of rewards. And seva is you can be of service to people, again, without expectation of reward, but to your parents or to elderly or to look after people. And to watch out for the dates right now when Saturn is stationed. Sometimes, nothing is happening and you can feel stuck. And then 22nd of October, when Saturn stations again, to watch out for these two dates. And especially, I'll talk about it later, October, around that time, post the Saturn going direct, there are eclipses and unsettled energy in October. So we are planning right now for that as well. So that is it for today. Do remember to subscribe. Thank you very much. All the best.